And a good Friday morning to you. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley underway for this 14th day of March 2025. And nope, not Dan Kuntz. I'm Eric Grandstrom filling in for Dan again today as he is trying to heal up from a little spinal problem. So we wish Dan the best of luck in his recovery on that. On a Friday, we're waking up to dry conditions. That'll change, though, coming up tonight and for the weekend, and more snow in the mountain passes. We'll talk more about that. In fact, because of some of the rains we've had, we did have a rock slide yesterday. I'll tell you more about that as well coming up here on a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Finally, Friday is here. Let's see what's happening around the valley as far as our Valley View cameras this morning. We'll start off, of course, with a look down upon, this is our usual cross cam, is it not, Josiah? Oh, Canyon 1. Oh, okay. We're looking off towards the east and towards East Wenatchee, and you can see that we're going to get probably a nice sunrise this morning, which is scheduled for us here in about 14 minutes. But fairly dry conditions. We did see, I don't know, did anybody see the lunar eclipse last night? Apparently that was, what, around 11:30, 12 o'clock, something like that. I was sound asleep when that eclipse happened last night, but looking for full moon today. In fact, I think driving into work this morning anyway, I was able to still see the moon, but some sun in our valley this morning upon sunrise. Okay, that's camera 1 looking from Canyon 1. Camera 2 will take us to, looks like we're looking from Monitor down upon Highway 2, and our sleepy friends in Cashmere arising this morning, and not much traffic to worry about on SR2 today. But yeah, you can see in the distance there the enchantments, some fresh snow, and the snow level is going to be below mountain pass levels, so be prepared for some winter driving conditions in the higher elevations. Good morning, Cashmere, and to Monitor. Okay, camera 3 will take us to, oh, we could see the lake, or that's actually Lake Eniat. I don't know if anybody actually calls it Lake Eniat. That is from, what is that, rock? Rondo Rock, there we go. Looking at Turtle Rock in the foreground, the Columbia River. I'll just call it the Columbia River, but there are some that want to call that Lake Aniat. And of course, in the distance, you can see up past Wenatchee and towards Mission Ridge, some fresh snow up there as well. That's camera 3. Camera 4 in our Valley View camera views this morning. This is Leavenworth. Okay, there we go. Hello, Leavenworth, and good morning to the Bavarian Village. Looks like we'll have a dry day around north central Washington to start things as we take a look at our Valley View cameras. And so thankful to have access to, as we call it in-house, the PTZ cameras. PTZ, by the way, point, tilt, zoom. That's what we can do with those cameras for the most part, and good to have access to them back. We had some network problems, but those problems have been eradicated, and we have them back. Happy about that. All right, now as far as our forecast is concerned here for the Wenatchee Valley and north central Washington, fairly dry today with sunny skies, a few clouds mixed in, not much wind to tell you about, but also, according to the weather prognosticators, not very warm today. In fact, 38 are expected high today. Going to be chilly tonight with a low down to 29. They do say the snow level will drop to about, what did it say here? I was reading just a little bit ago, about 1,300 feet overnight tonight. So don't be surprised if we have a couple of snowflakes on the ground. Talked to my dad yesterday, and he got snow in western Washington. In fact, quite a bit of snow falling in the foothills of the Cascades on the west side. Tomorrow's forecast, we'll see some snow in the morning, some sunshine in the afternoon, maybe even some rain as well. 43 for the high. They call that a wintry mix, by the way. 31 the overnight low on Saturday night. Sunday's forecast, showers and then sunshine with a high of 40. Nighttime low Sunday night in the 20s, so some frost on the windshield as we get up Monday morning to head to work, and then expecting some sunshine mixed with rain. So yeah, kind of spring-like weather, 43 for the high on Monday, 28 the overnight low on Monday night. So basically we're going to get a little bit of cloudiness and moisture in the morning hours, and then it'll clear up and then be cold at night. And then Tuesday Tuesday expecting to dry out with a high of 44. Extended forecast, latter part of next week, looking at temperatures in the 40s for the most part and 30s for the overnight low. By the way, I did get the almanac for the valley. Our official high yesterday for Wenatchee was 53 degrees. That's about normal for this time of year. Temperatures in the 30s in the overnight hours. That's also about normal. As we wake up this morning, we're at 30 degrees in downtown Wenatchee. A record high for today was set in 1965 of 68 degrees. The record low 22 in 1944. Sunrise this morning at 7:15. Sun will set tonight at 7:05. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:13, and then we'll set tomorrow night at 7:07. So yeah, we're gaining about 4 minutes of daylight per day. Again, 30 degrees in the Wenatchee Valley under fair skies, we'll say, here for a Friday morning of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Just a note here before we get to the news and before we get to the break that there is a road closure. State Route 971 South Lakeshore Road remains closed up by Lake Chelan and the state park up there because of a rock slide that happened. Rock and debris have filled the catchment basin at milepost 10.7 on the road there. Additionally, several large rocks are exposed approximately 50 to 60 feet above the roadway. A geotechnical review has been completed and options are being reviewed, but expect an extended closure of SR 971 South Lakeshore Road due to a rock slide up in the Lake Chelan area. We will take a break and come back at 7 minutes past the hour and get to the latest local news coming up next on a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today.
Meet Amanda in person at the KPQ Home Expo, March 14th through the 16th.
Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. See Central Washington Water at the KPQ Home Expo and save up to $1,000 on a hot spring spa. Central Washington Water.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Nine minutes past the hour here on a Friday, March 14th, 2025. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, temperature outside our studios at 30 degrees. Let's check your latest local news this morning. Police team searching residents at South Chelan Avenue and Kittitas Street forced traffic to detour yesterday afternoon. Closure started about 2 p.m. when uniformed police and East Cascade SWAT team converged on the building. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said the operation stemmed from a traffic stop, and Wenatchee Police said they were seeking a wanted subject. Tactical officers entered the building about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but soon exited apparently without making any arrests. It was close to 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the last police left the scene. Traffic was allowed to move through once again after that was all said and done. Well, the motorist who struck and injured a woman at the intersection of in Wenatchee last August pleaded guilty yesterday to felony hit-and-run driving. 55-year-old Neftali Ponce Contreras was driving a 2005 Honda Accord when he hit the woman as she rode a bicycle through the crosswalk at Ferry Street and South Wenatchee Avenue on August 10th. Ponce then drove away from the scene of the accident. This video from a Ballard ambulance that was traveling behind Ponce's car shows the moment of impact. Ponce has no prior criminal offenses. With his plea in Chelan County Superior Court, Judge Christine Ferreira sentenced him to a 30-day combination of work crew and community service. He also must serve at least 6 months of probation. The 32-year-old woman injured in the accident suffered a head injury and lacerations. Investigators said the victim could not be located to attend Ponce's sentencing on Wednesday. For the third year in a row, Washington lawmakers have declined to lower the state's legal limit for drunken driving. The 0.08% blood alcohol threshold will remain in effect after a Senate bill to make it 0.05% missed a Monday deadline to pass out of the chamber. Democrat Senator John Lovick, a former state trooper, has championed the bill in each legislative session since 2022. Washington State's traffic safety plan, Target Zero, has recommended the 0.05 limit, saying it's been found to reduce alcohol-involved fatal crashes by 11%. On average. The National Transportation Safety Board has also had that recommendation on its books since 2014. Leaders from the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation received national recognition earlier this week at the Reservation Economic Summit in Las Vegas, held by the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development. Colville Chairman Jared Michael Erickson was named to the association's 40 Under 40 list, recognizing outstanding leadership and contributions to Native communities. Joining him on that roster was Megan Francis, council member for the Colville Tribes. The award ceremony took place Tuesday. The Res Summit, as they called it, happens each year and is attended by about 4,500 guests from tribal nations throughout the United States. Well, classic fighting aircraft returned to Pangbourne Memorial Airport this summer after a 3-year hiatus. The Flying Legends of Victory tour will once again land a set of World War II era bombers at the East Wenatchee Airfield in the last week of August. Organizers say visitors can expect a chance to get up close and personal with a B-17 Flying Fortress and a B-25 Mitchell. The planes come from the collection of the nonprofit Commemorative Air Force, which last flew its prize aircraft into Pangbourne in 2022. It's part of a West Coast tour for the planes that starts in New Mexico early this summer. Well, the Franz Bakery outlet in Wenatchee will permanently close on April 11th due to the Phase 1 of the Confluence Parkway project. Franz is one of 7 businesses to have properties acquired by the city of Wenatchee for Phase 1 of the North Wenatchee Street and Bridge project, according to city engineer Jake Lewing. Sign went on display at Franz to notify customers of the upcoming closure and thank them for their business over the last several years. While the storefront at Franz is closing, bread-making operations will be relocated near GS Long Company on Walla Walla Avenue. There will no longer be an outlet retail sales point for Franz in Wenatchee. Phase 1 construction on Confluence Parkway will commence with a groundbreaking ceremony on April 17th and is scheduled to be completed by late 2027. That's a check of news headlines at 14 minutes past the hour. We'll have more coming up on the NCWLIFE Evening News tonight with Grant Olson at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. If you have something that you think we should know about in the newsroom, well, get a hold of us. You can do so directly on an email at news@ncwlife.com. You can also contact us on our news hotline at 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. You can also reach out through Facebook, or you can also just click that QR code on your phone phone, and you'll be connected to the NCWLIFE news team. Of course, all the news also available on our website at ncwlife.com. We'll take a break, come back. Sports news coming up next for a finally Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, with huge incentives, 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor, Flagstaff, Grand Design RV, and more. And enter to win $30,000 or a new RV. Get $3,000 over NADA for your trade, paid for or not. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So relax, it's done.
Good Friday morning to you. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on this 14th day of March 2025. We're at 30 degrees in downtown Wenatchee, reaching for a high today. I think there was a misprint earlier this morning. We're looking at probably about 45, 47 degrees here for the high today, with a little bit of sunshine mixed in and not much wind to talk about. Before we get to sports news, also I should mention the mountain pass conditions. Pretty good right now if you're doing Blewett and Snoqualmie. Bare and wet for the most part. No restrictions on either of those highways. Stevens Pass does have a traction advisory with a little snow falling and snow and ice on the roadway. All right, here's your latest sports here this morning. The Seahawks introduced their new quarterback yesterday. Coach Mike McDonald and offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak introduced Sam Darnold as Seattle's new QB, taking the place of Geno Smith.
Really excited to introduce Sam Darnold as our new quarterback, and this is exciting times, man. Just it's been a whirlwind couple weeks here. As you guys, it's well documented, but as this thing started to come together, feels similar like the way I felt, introducing Clint was just, looking into Sam and obviously gone against him in my career and here last year at Lumen against the Vikings. You think about, first of all, he's just a tremendous human being, great leader. We got a lot of people in our building that have a history with Sam, that have a lot of respect for him as a person, as a leader, as a football player. So I'm really excited to get our relationship started and getting to, introduce himself to the rest of the team and the city and the 12s. I think we're going to be really proud of our quarterback here. And then obviously as a football player and as a quarterback, just a heck of a player, just tough as nails, from my opinion. Great on. I mean, you go through all the talent and all. We can talk about that till we're blue in the face, but just really excited about what Sam's going to bring to our football team, and just an exciting time.
Darnold says he's excited to join the Seahawks and can't wait to get to work with his new coaches and teammates.
First and foremost, I'm just excited to be here. Excited to, get to know this organization. I've already met, I think most of the people, not most of the people, but some of the people I'll be dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So excited just to meet my teammates. I've met a couple of the new ones already, D-Law, Josh, You know, just very, very excited to get to meet everyone. And just about this organization, man, I've heard so many good things about this organization from, you know, different guys that have played here, retired, and still playing in the league. You hear nothing but great things about this organization. And man, I'm just so excited to be a part of it. Excited to meet some of the fans, the 12s. You know, playing here, I think I've played here a total of 3 times, actually played twice. I was a backup in San Francisco, working with Clint here one of those times, and it's an unbelievable atmosphere at Lumen Field. And I'm so excited to finally have those 12s on my side this time. Yeah, man, just really looking forward to this opportunity.
Darnold worked under Clint Kubiak's offense in San Francisco a couple of seasons ago and looks forward to working with Seattle's new offensive coordinator this season.
Very familiar with the scheme. Ran some very, very similar concepts last year in Minnesota as well. And yeah, just, you know, even getting to talk to Clint a little bit, you know, on Wednesday, just being very, very excited just about this opportunity and just to be able to collaborate, I think, is the biggest thing. Like, you know, there's variations of the same system that kind of go around the NFL, and being in one of those last year and kind of getting to morph a little bit of that with obviously most of the stuff that you know we did in San Francisco, and then I know he grew on his system a little bit last year in New Orleans. So again, just very, I know I keep using this word, but very excited to just get rolling on kind of what this system, what the offense is going to look like next year.
Darnold says he got to know Jackson Smith and Jigba a little bit during the Pro Bowl and is excited to begin working on the chemistry needed between quarterback and receivers this offseason. Well, a rare thing happened in Peoria, Arizona yesterday. It rained. As a result, last night's game between the Mariners and Diamondbacks had to be canceled. Seattle's expected to be back on the diamond today against Cleveland. That game at 1:10 in Goodyear, Arizona. The Seattle Kraken will try to make it 2 wins in a row tonight in NHL play. Seattle welcomes the Utah Hockey Club to Climate Pledge Arena at 7 o'clock tonight's game, broadcast both on King 5 and Kong TV. Well, the 8th and final playoff spot in the WHL's Western Conference is in the balance this weekend. Coming into tonight's game at Prince George, the Wenatchee Wild trail the Seattle Thunderbirds by just 1 point for that 8th and final playoff spot, while Wenatchee plays the Cougars on the road tonight and tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The T-Birds are at home tonight against Tri-City. They'll visit Portland tomorrow and play at Tri-City Sunday. You can hear all of the Wild's games locally on Radio 560 KPQ with our buddy Austin Drade on the call. Turning to the Prep Boys soccer scoreboard from last night, Okanagan blanked Omak in the backyard brawl, if you will, soccer style, 4-0. Cascade got by Quincy 1-0. Ellensburg edged Moses Lake 2-1. Coming up tonight, Freda is hosting Everett at 6 o'clock, while Eastmont entertains Pasco at 7. We'll have the Wildcats and Bulldogs here on the NCWLIFE channel. We just learned yesterday the longtime Wenatchee coach Dennis Tronson will be able to join Sebastian Moraga on the play-by-play. Pregame gets underway tonight at 6:45. Coming up tomorrow, Moses Lake hosts East Valley at 1. Tonasket hosts Ephrata at 2, while College Place visits Cashmere. Eastmont's on the road at Mount Si at 3 o'clock, while Wenatchee is playing host to Squalicum. Eastmont started the fast-pitch softball season off with a couple of wins yesterday. The Wildcats traveled to Ephrata and swept the Tigers, winning the opener 9-2 and taking the nightcap 18-2. Other action, Moses Lake traveled to Walla Walla, came away with a 9-5 victory. The Mavericks stay on the road today with a game at Mount Spokane. That starts at 4 o'clock. A much busier schedule tomorrow gets underway at 11 a.m. with Manson visiting Okanagan for a doubleheader. Brewster hosts Lake Roosevelt. Cashmere plays at Royal, and Quincy hosts Medical Lake. Omak's twin bill with Tonasket begins at noon, while Wenatchee plays East Valley in Sela. The Panthers then take on the host team at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, weather permitting, the prep baseball season is set to begin tonight. Looks like they'll be good tonight. I don't know about tomorrow. Moses Lake hosts Mount Si at 3 o'clock today, while Chelan visits Ephrata for a doubleheader. Tigers are hosting the Dave O'Brien Classic tomorrow with Omak and Colville kicking things off at 10 a.m. That's followed by Chelan and Northwest Christian at 12:30. Northwest Christian then turns around to face Omak at 3. Ephrata will begin a doubleheader against Ording at 5:30. Other action tomorrow features Quincy and Lakeside 9 Mile Falls at 11. Okanagan visits Manson for 2 games at 11. Eastmont faces Auburn at Recreation Park at noon. Wenatchee will host Auburn at 3:30 in the afternoon. That's a look at sports news. Of course, more coming up tonight on the newscast with this guy right here on the NCWLIFE channel. It's 25 minutes past the hour. Before we get to the obscure holiday, let's do our morning slurp. Grab your coffee, grab your water, grab, I don't know, some people getting off their shift have Bloody Mary about now. Whatever it is, let's take our morning slurp this morning. All right. There we go. Today is March 14th. Today is National, not just national, but Worldwide Pie Day. That's P-I, by the way, a day to celebrate the mathematical constant pi and to eat maybe lots of pie. Pi Day observed on March 14th, the third month since 3, 1, and 4 are the first 3 significant figures of pi and was first celebrated in the United States. It was founded in 1988 by Larry Shaw, an employee of a science museum in San Francisco called the Exploratorium. And a rational number, one of the oldest and most recognizable mathematical constants in the world, pi is the ratio of any circle's circumference to its diameter. Its value is approximately equal to 3.14159.265. It is an irrational number, which means it cannot be expressed as a ratio of whole numbers, and its decimal representation never ends or repeats. There you go. National Pi Day. How do you celebrate? Well, pi is actually a homophone. It is pi. You got 2 words that are pronounced the same. One is P-I, of course, today's day, and then the other is pi, P-I-E. Celebrate Pi Day with lots of pie, and you can get together with your geek friends and say, congratulations, it is Pi Day today. All right, today in history, March 14th, 44 BC, that's 2,229 years ago, Casca and Cassius, or Cassius, if you will, decide on the night before the assassination of Julius Caesar that Mark Antony should live. Antony was a general in Caesar's army, and his most trusted advisor, Mark Antony, tried to warn Caesar of the impending assassination, but was thwarted. Oh, the tides of March. There you go. That happened on this date, 44 BC. Also on this date in 1903, 122 years ago, the Hay-Haran Treaty granted the United States the right to build the Panama Canal. It's ratified by the U.S. Senate. The Senate of Colombia would later reject the treaty, by the way. The United States government was not willing to renegotiate the treaty with Colombia or alter the amounts involved, and soon gave its support both politically and militarily to a planned uprising in Panama, which led to its independence and the eventual construction of the Panama Canal. Just a couple of things on this day in history. Celebrating birthdays today for this 14th of March. Well, Albert Einstein. Kind of funny that pi is on March 14th. Albert Einstein was born on this date in 1879. He lived until the ripe old age of 76. Einstein, well known in America, that would be stopped in the street by people wanting him to explain, hey, what's that theory? He finally figured out a way to handle the incessant inquiries. He told his inquirers, pardon me, sorry, always I am mistaken for Professor Einstein. Yeah, he basically decided he would be not himself to stop having to explain the theory of relativity. Albert Einstein, born on this date in 1879. Lee Hayes was born on this date in 1914. He died in 1981 at the age of 67. He wrote or co-wrote Wasn't That a Time, If I Had a Hammer, and Kisses Sweeter Than Wine. Leo Hayes, born on this date in 1914. Quincy Jones, we just lost Quincy just this past November. He was born on this date in 1933, died at 91 last fall. We're inducted into the Music Hall of Fame in 2013. A record 79 Grammy nominations and 28 Grammys. Quincy Jones, born on this date in 1933. And she's not very old. She's 28 now. But Simone Biles celebrating her 28th birthday today. American gymnast, 11 Olympic medals, 30 world championships, making her the most decorated gymnast in history. She is widely regarded as one of the greatest gymnasts of all time and one of the greatest Olympians of all time with 11 Olympic medals. Biles is a two-time gold medalist in the individual all-around. She's also a two-time champion on the vault. And she won the, championship in 2016 and the silver in 2024. Happy birthday to Simone Biles. And happy birthday if it's your birthday here on this 14th day of March. It is, of course, without further ado that we say thank you to Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier, and Alpine Air are a platinum supporter here on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll take a break, come back. Mike Magnotti has his opinion, and then Dan Kuntz had a chance to sit down with a social media expert. Sam Vetters will be with Dan coming up here shortly on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for a Finally Friday. Good morning.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. Warm up with one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
This March, Lake Chelan welcomes food and wine lovers to an unforgettable experience. Taste Chelan. 16 of the Valley's top wineries and restaurants create the perfect pairing of fine wines and Epicurean delights. With 4 unique winery tracks and 5 weekends to explore, every visit offers something fresh and exciting. From your first sip to the last bite, every moment is a delicious adventure, so don't wait. Tickets are selling fast. Visit tastechelan.com today.
Welcome to Boswell's, where you'll find quality furnishings for every room in your home. Customers ask, do you have solid wood options? Yes, they do. Bamboo, maple, acacia, cherry, mahogany. With 2 floors of quality furniture and complimentary design services, Boswell's design team can create a home that's uniquely yours. For almost a century, people have chosen Boswell's for their quality and customer service. Boswell's Furniture, it's closer than you think.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I recently read a book, Psycho USA, by a guy named Harold Schechter. This book discusses real but little-known American serial killers from the period of 1782 to 1961. Now, although the term serial killer didn't come into vogue until the 1960s, Schechter presents case after case which shows that serial killers have been a part of American society ever since our beginning. Now, Schechter suggests that although firearms have made the murder of multiple individuals more efficient, serial killers of our past have simply used whatever the current technology of their time at hand was, such as hatchets, which seem to have been very popular to commit their multiple murders. Schechter argues convincingly that there are individuals committing these acts that were responsible for the crimes they were committed, not the tools they used. Now, I'd have to say, I agree. Now, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
It's time for the NCWLIFE Community Calendar, a presentation of Blueberry Hills. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center is now enrolling students for their Spring Break Adventure Camps. They start on April 7th. Craftopia Camp features painting and creating original crafts inspired by artifacts at the museum. Robotics Camp teaches the basics of robotics using hands-on experiments, simulations, and challenges. First and second grade students will have half-day camps. Older students will have full-day camps.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome to the Gilded Lily home, where something extraordinary is waiting for you. The Gilded Lily offers a unique collection of hand-selected, carefully curated items to help you celebrate all of life's special moments. From the budding chef to the home decorator to that very special occasion, there is an abundance of delightful gifts waiting for you. The Gilded Lily home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items to brighten any area of your home.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
Welcome back to the show. As you undoubtedly know by now, back on October 1st, WIC Communications, the parent company of the Wenatchee World, purchased Solion Broadcasting, the parent company of the NCWLIFE channel. So we have had kind of a mock marriage, if you will, between the Wenatchee World and the NCWLIFE channel. We are officially calling ourselves media partners. I don't know what that means either, but that's what we are. And so in a series of conversations we're going to have with various members of the Wenatchee World who are coming in here every once in a while to watch what we do. And occasionally we head on down to Mission Street and see what the Wenatchee World does with their daily business. And the first actual member of the Wenatchee World who agreed to do this interview is Samantha Fetters. I asked I asked Jenny. She said no. When Jordan came to work with us, and she's been with us for about 3 years, she used to be at the Wenatchee World, she was an emphatic no. Jordan Gonzalez, not going to do your show, not going to be on TV. You said yes, so thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Why did you say yes, by the way?
I'm trying to be helpful.
Okay, very good. Samantha is the social media manager for the Wenatchee World. Before we get into, well, I guess let's start with, what is that? What do you do?
Well, I think we have 8 platforms, and I create content and monitor the comments for those platforms. And, you know, Facebook can get a little messy with the news, so I just have to make sure people are staying in line. And I make TikToks, so some people...
8 platforms, let me think. Facebook, Instagram, you mentioned TikTok. X. What
Threads, YouTube. We have our own social media platform, Neighbor.
Okay.
I think I'm losing. And then, you know, there's the Quincy Valley Post Register and our other branches of the world that I manage their platforms for as well. So,
do you have a set parameter that the owners of the World and the publisher says this is out of bounds when we post a story that might create a lot of comments that these are the magic words or the things that we want to keep an eye on?
Oh yeah, like any slurs and just people being nasty to each other. And a lot of the times our managing editor, Nancy, will grab hold of the situation and take it on herself if it's getting too out of hand.
But you have a general idea from Nancy and Pete and Emily and your other coworkers that when this story is posted either on the website or printed or whatever, that this is going to cause some blowback.
Right.
So you're not just being thrown to the wolves here.
No, and sometimes I'll just preemptively turn the comments off if I know it's going to be bad. If it's like controversial topic that people haven't behaved in the past, then I will just preemptively turn them off, give people a little warning about that, and tell them they can head over to Neighbor if they want to speak their mind more over there. But
and that's the Wenatchee World's standalone platform and that's much more of an open forum, correct?
Correct, yeah. Yep.
Have you had to actually out and out ban somebody, say you just can't do this anymore?
Oh yeah, multiple people.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, if they're consistently harassing us or other people in the comments and they just will not learn their lesson after us hiding their comments, we have to just take a little screenshot of proof of why we banned them, and then in case they come back and want to tattle.
Right. What about stories that are posted either on the Wenatchee World's website or on Facebook or on the various of your platforms that you monitor, and the comment thread begins to slide away that has nothing to do with the actual story? And we see that almost every day here at the NCWLIFE channel.
Right.
How do you handle that? I mean, they're not breaking the rules, they're not saying bad words, there's not slander or really bad stuff, but all of a sudden everybody has been moved off to another topic, and all of a sudden that rabbit hole gets opened up. How do you handle that?
I mean, if people are behaving, we don't really do anything about that, but if people are going from a post that we turned the comments off on and they're commenting on that story on a different post, that's when we have to hide their comments and give them a little warning that they can't be doing that.
So you must spend an inordinate amount of time just at your computer.
Yes.
You have all 8 windows open simultaneously?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I just kind of have comments and notifications turned on my computer so I can see when people are like actively commenting on usually Facebook and Instagram are our biggest platforms that you have to watch out for. TikTok's not really a big problem for whatever reason.
What about stories that you're not expecting any kind of comment thread at all and it actually sneaks up on you and all of a sudden you have a whole raft of people chiming in on something that really isn't controversial, even, that kind of deal? How does that happen?
Right. I mean, those are pretty random. People are really finding things to be mad about lately, even if I feel like they don't need to be mad at them. But like I said, you just gotta keep an eye on the thread of comments going on, and you gotta make sure that you're keeping an eye on the replies, because that's where things get messy, is when you can't quite see the replies right away, and then you click on it and it's just like a thread of people being nasty to each other and going back and forth, and yeah, it just turns into a full-blown argument.
Most major media outlets, and I'm talking about the big ones, they no longer allow people to directly comment on stories that they post. They send people elsewhere. And this is what the Wenatchee World has done as well, because when they first, for many, many years, you could comment directly at the, you page down to the bottom of your story and you can directly comment. That's kind of been gone by the wayside, and for good reason, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
So that'd be one more thing she'd have to worry about.
Yes.
For one thing. Samantha, you prefer Sam, right?
Yeah, either way.
Doesn't matter. You're born and raised in Omak, and your whole career is unbelievably fast-tracked.
Yeah.
You sent me your bio. For somebody as young as you, you've got a lot of, you've accomplished a lot.
Thank you.
Is that a Vetter family thing, or?
No. None of my family went to school or anything like that.
Really?
So that's why I'm like this. They really pushed me to.
Well, you graduated from college at the age of 20.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
At 20, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do with my life, quite frankly. I'm 60 and I still don't know what the hell I want to do with my life. At what point in your life was there an epiphany? Was there I think this is the kind of line of work or business or career I want to get into? Did that happen? Or is this just a placeholder until something else comes along?
I'd say it's somewhat of a placeholder, but I am good at social media, so I'm glad that I'm doing this job right now.
What makes you good at social media?
I'm young.
That's it.
And I'm on it all the time, and I know what people want to see.
Okay.
And I know when people are on their phones checking it, and so I know when people are going to get, the most engaged in our content, and it's fun to make content. It's fun to make TikToks. So getting paid to do that is great.
Being young is a prerequisite to that, because I have younger coworkers, and they don't know a time when there wasn't such a thing as the internet,
right?
Or even Facebook. And
right.
Of course, I grew up without any of those things. And social media was talking to other people.
I'm so sorry.
I still prefer it, quite frankly. The only time there's ever a Facebook post on my personal Facebook page is when my coworker Tucker finds my phone is unlocked, and then he goes to my Facebook page and posts something.
Oh my gosh.
Keep an eye on
privacy,
Tucker. Yeah. You should keep an eye on all ginger heads, for that matter. They can cause trouble. You went to Washington State, graduated, went back to your hometown in Omak, and started working there. My guess is the youngest person there at the paper.
Yeah, I was. I had a coworker who, I think he was 23 at the time, and it was a 3-person newsroom, so it was just the two of us, kids in our 20s, and then our 70-year-old managing editor. So she loved that.
Did the job of social media manager for the Wenatchee World exist before you came on, or they created it and then you were that?
Yeah, it did. Casey had that job before I did. Okay. So I think it was a little loose when Jordan was in that role. I think she was just more of a digital editor, I believe is what she told me, but she was definitely taking charge of the social media and helping the platforms grow and just grow engagement with them. And then I think Casey was the actual social media manager with that title. And then when she came here, then I came along, and yeah.
What platforms do you personally indulge in when you're not working, and which ones, if you weren't at work, would you just assume not have to deal with at all?
Oh, Instagram and TikTok I'm kind of addicted to. Facebook, I barely know how to use it. I mean, which is so bad. I know how to use it from a business point of view, I guess, but I don't know how to use it personally, and it's kind of embarrassing when I have to ask my 50-year-old boss how to do something on there.
Watch out, I'm 60. I don't have TikTok. I've never had I've never had Instagram. I don't have any interest in doing that. Is that am I doing the right thing by not being involved in that?
Yeah, don't get on TikTok. It'll be bad. Don't do it.
Okay, so that's good advice.
Yeah, it's addictive, and you'll get brain rot.
We don't want that.
No.
So I mean, you're what, 20? How old are you?
23.
23.
Yeah.
So are there 23-year-olds out there, normal, well-adjusted, not incarcerated 23-year-olds who aren't on social media that you know?
I know. Yeah, my girlfriend. She doesn't have TikTok, and she refuses to get it, but she also can't get it for her work. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is hope.
Yeah.
Is there hope?
She is addicted to Instagram, but you know, it's a little bit cleaner over there than TikTok.
Are those of your generation? Do you understand? You're thinking, I'm spending way too much time on Facebook. I mean, that's all I'm doing. Or all I'm doing is all day long.
Yeah, scrolling.
Is it something you consciously think I got to back off this a little bit?
Yeah, I was actually excited with the TikTok ban that happened for like 24 hours or whatever. I was like, oh, finally, I can just go cold turkey. But then it came back that next day, and I'm glad I didn't delete the app, because if I had deleted the app, I wouldn't have been able to re-download it afterward because of that whole situation. So my boss would have been really mad at me.
How dangerous is the rabbit hole of social media? I mean, most people get their information that way.
Right. I mean, I was getting all worked up over it just last night, just from, you know, lots of political stuff showing up on my feed, and I had to like actually just turn my phone off and put it down. And I feel like it's addictive, so you know, you want to keep scrolling because it's entertaining, but also it just gets you in your head so much, and I feel like it can be dangerous.
So you need to keep you need to be very steady in your job. You can't get emotional, you can't get mad, you can't get sad. You have to have a nice straight line across your EKG.
Correct. Yeah, you have to be very neutral, which can be hard.
But you have to have that natural ability to do that too. Mm-hmm. I mean, some people just are emotional. That's just the way they are, and they usually end up on right at the top of your banned list, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just have to stick to the rules of, you know, banning and hiding comments, and make sure that I don't reply to people unless I absolutely have to, and give them a little warning, like, hey, if you don't knock it off, we're gonna...
When you reply, are you replying as Samantha, or are you replying as the Wenatchee World?
The Wenatchee World.
We're not, is doing this interview now such a bad idea? So she's the one. She's the one.
No, it's okay. I'm like young. I feel like people hopefully won't harass me out in the streets.
You want to get in to do some video work.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of good. You're working on a television station now, or at least every once in a while popping in here. What are you? Do you have any long-term? You're just going to take it as it goes. You're only 23. You got a whole career ahead of you, but.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to do more video work for like sports teams. That's like kind of the end goal, is to do social media or PR for, you know, like the Seattle Sounders or something would be really cool. But for now, just like learning the basics of video is important. So.
Well, you came to the right place.
Yeah.
Just not me. I defer to the experts as well. I'm part of the don't do it yourself movement. If I don't know what to do, and I defer to experts. So, sport, were you an athlete growing up, or still are? Or
I mean, I played tennis. I just had back surgery in November, so I'm kind of out of commission at this point. But I played tennis. I just think it's kind of, especially women's sports, would be cool to get into and help out and make it more well seen in the media. I feel like we just focus on men's sports so much, and it'd be cool to be able to get people more interested through social media, more young girls. Yeah.
How many bad days do you have at the office? I suppose not too many.
Bad days. I feel like I'm not supposed to say this.
Well, no. I tell you what. Let me invert the question. Give me a good day in Samantha's professional life.
Right. When people are behaving themselves and giving me less to do, so that I can actually focus on other parts of my jobs, like bigger projects, like, you know, the hot seat challenge with the Apple Blossom Girls. That was a big project for us, and then at the end of the day, I did have to go back and clear out some comments, but it was nice to be able to get away from the computer for a second.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Samantha, you'll be happy to know that I don't post anything anywhere on any comment. I just don't. Last question. Are people, just as a general rule of thumb, is it really just a very small minority of people who are causing the most amount of trouble in the world of social media, that the vast majority of people out there are not only behaving themselves, but they're policing themselves, and they know when they're being conned or sent down the wrong road?
I feel like it's getting easier and easier for people to like not behave very well because they're hiding behind a screen, and I feel like people are seeing other people's behaviors and actions, and
they justify theirs.
They think it's okay, and so I think it's getting a little bit worse. So behave yourselves.
Well, you will not be hearing from me online, I can guarantee you that.
Perfect.
Sam Vetters, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah.
And see if you can convince some of your coworkers to come by and see me, because you're the first one who said yes.
I'll try my best. I think you can get Jessica Drake on here.
Yeah, well, actually, Jessica did Spencer's show, I think.
Yeah.
Or Fletcher's
Yep.
show, or what, I've tried to.
Yeah.
She did live it up.
She was over here, yep.
Yeah.
I think she'll be interested.
And she has a fascinating backstory as well.
Yes, she does.
She really does.
She's more interesting than I am.
Yep.
So.
She's Miss Drake, you're next. All right, good to see you, and go back to work, all right?
All right, all right.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
You know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. See Central Washington Water at the KPQ Home Expo and save up to $1,000 on a hot spring spa. Central Washington Water.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Thanks again to Sam Vetters, the Wenatchee World social media expert down the street from us, joining us here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with Dan Kuntz. Hopefully Dan will be back on Monday. Eric Grandstrom filling in last couple of days here on the program. As far as our weather situation is concerned, let's take a look at that here real quickly here from the National Weather Service. Then we'll do our window. We'll look at the valley here for the day today and for this morning. Partly sunny today in our forecast. High temperatures expected, I'm guessing, in the 40s. They say 38 right there, but I was looking at the National Weather Service. They're saying 47. So we'll see about that. Going to be fairly mild tonight. Lows down to 29. Maybe some showers moving in the evening hours late tonight, and then that could linger into the morning tomorrow. Maybe even give us a couple of snowflakes. High tomorrow is supposed to be reaching up into the 40s with partly cloudy skies for the most part. Maybe a few showers lingering through the night on Saturday night and into Sunday, and then should be clearing up Sunday afternoon. 40 for the high on Sunday, 43 for the high Monday with a few showers in the morning and then some sunshine breaking through. We should be dry on Tuesday with a high of 44, nighttime lows in the 20s, and then bumping up our temperatures by the latter part of next week into the middle 40s with nighttime lows in the 30s, and that is just about smack dab normal for this time of year. Yesterday's high was 53 in Wenatchee, 54 the normal high, 33 the overnight low. That's where the normal seasonal temperatures are. Record high today set 1965 of 68 degrees, 22 the record low in 1944. Sun's going to set tonight at 7:05, rise tomorrow morning at 7:13. We're gaining about 4 minutes a day of daylight. We're at 30 degrees in downtown Wenatchee as we get up on a Friday. As far as the mountain passes are concerned, they are expecting snow up there, so be careful if you're traveling in the higher elevations. The only bad one this morning, well, quote unquote quotes, finger quotes over, air quotes over bad. Snow and ice on the roadway at Stevens Pass with a traction advisory. Currently partly cloudy skies at Stevens and only 19 degrees at the summit of Stevens Pass. So cold and clear up there for the time being. There's no restrictions for Blewett or for Snoqualmie as of right now. Be sure and head to the DOT's website for more on that. Just another note here, State Route 971 South Lakeshore Road remains closed between Lake Chelan State Park at milepost 9.1 and the intersection of Scenic Ranch Lane. That's at milepost 11.5 west of the junction of US 97A near Chelan, where a rock slide covered both lanes of that roadway for yesterday morning, and they're saying it's going to take a while before they can get things cleared up there. So just be aware of that as you travel around north central Washington. We will have more news coming up with Grant Olson in the newsroom tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Also soccer tonight on your television station as the Eastmont Wildcats take on the Pasco Bulldogs. It'll be Sebastian Moraga and Dennis Tronson with the call. Be sure and tune in tonight.